welcome to the Pokemon Career Mode. Yes, the Pokemon Career Mode. I know that sounds a little bit weird. You're thinking, Pokemon and FIFA? How does that even work? Well, let me tell you, it does. It works. It's weird, I know, but it works. And I know this because it was my most successful series on YouTube for FIFA 15, so I'm going ahead and bringing it back bigger than ever for FIFA 16. This Pokemon Career Mode is pretty much going to work like Pokemon. We're going to travel the world, defeat the strongest trainers teams, and capture the best Pokemon players, and try to become the very best, like no one ever was. Win championships. So are you hyped yet? Yeah. Great! Now let's get into the rules. Alright, rule number 1. We can only bring in players from teams that we have defeated. So let's say we defeat Real Madrid. Smashing. Now we get to randomly select a player from their starting 11. But we're not going to pull names out of a hat or spin a wheel to decide which player we get. No, this is Pokemon. So what we're going to do, we're going to hide those players in the tall grass, and I have to randomly select one out of here. Pull it from the tall grass, and this will be the Pokemon that we capture. Who do we get right here? Kaboom! A wild Cristiano Ronaldo appears. Awesome! And once we have selected that player, he is now captured. Boom! We're going to go ahead and add him to the shortlist and bring him in during the next transfer window. Rule number 2. Now in the case of a draw, we actually still get to draw a single player out of the tall grass, but it is only players that were not in the starting 11. So we're going to go ahead and say we drew up against Real Madrid. We're going to pull this player off of their bench. And who is it? But Jesse Rodriguez. But since it's only a draw, that means it's not an automatic capture of this player. You know how Pokeballs can be. They can be pew and bust out on the second wobble. So that's what we're going to do. Because it's only a draw, we do not capture Hesse right away. It is a 50-50 coin flip. So we're going to go ahead, use this coin flip app right here. If it stays blue, then we get to keep him. And boom. But if it turns red, Pokemon is out and returns to the wild. Rule number 3. Now if we lose a match, there'll be negative consequences. The player with the highest player rating from that match will faint for at least 2 games afterward. And then later on, once we get into Season 2, we're going to go into Nuzlocke rules, which means every single time we lose a game, we're going to be losing one of those players that played in that game. Now in order to be able to transfer in basically any player in the world, we have to use a big team with a huge budget. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and do it again. I'll be using Barcelona from La Liga, one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest club in the world, with a massive transfer kit that we can pretty much go ahead and buy everything. But if we go ahead and we take a look at the Barcelona roster, you will see that it is absolutely stacked. It has the greatest front 3 maybe in football history. So if we go ahead and use them, we're just going to be basically smacking around teams, stealing all the best players, and it'll be too easy, or we'd make a super team right away. So what we're going to do, we're going to trade out the roster of Barcelona with a lower tier team. Now in FIFA 15, what I did was I traded out the roster of Barcelona and Barcelona B. Unfortunately, Barcelona B got relegated this year and isn't in FIFA. But I got to thinking and I thought, you know what? They brought Brazilian teams back this year. Why not use the Brazilian team? And that's exactly what I did. I'll be trading out the roster of Barcelona with the legendary Brazilian team, Santos. The Brazilian club that has brought us the likes of Pele and Neymar is pretty good, but not too good. They're rated around 71, 72 overall. They got some bright young talents like the Gabriels on that team, and I thought it would be a very nice starting roster, but not too powerful, but one that we can compete and definitely make better as we go through the league. So yes, this means that basically Santos is going to be super buff because they're going to have all the players from Barcelona, but I thought to make it even more Pokemon-y, to make it a little bit more, I don't know, legendary-esque, I'm going to be releasing Neymar, Messi, and Suarez into the free agency. You might be asking, why the heck are you doing that? Well, the reason why is I want them to become like the legendary birds or the legendary dogs of Pokemon Gold and Silver. If I release them into the wild, they can show up anywhere. They can be on pretty much any team, and I want that amazing feeling of when we go up against, I don't know, like an Everton, boom, there is freaking Messi, and we have a chance at capturing Messi out of nowhere, and that would be so hype. So that is what I'm going for. I'm going to release those 3 into the wild, and they're going to be these elusive 3 legendary dogs. But it wouldn't be Pokemon if we didn't choose a starter Pokemon, and this is where you guys get involved. I want you guys super involved in this career mode. I want it super interactive. Now when I say starter Pokemon, I'm thinking of a player that's probably 21 or under the rating of 80. We don't run them too high, but still has high potential, so that we can go ahead and we take this little Charmander and we can watch him grow and evolve into a Charizard and grow and evolve into a Mega Charizard and then take on the Mewtwo's of FIFA 16. First up is the Bulbasaur of the list, and that is the uber popular, uber talented youngster from AC Milan, Hachim Mastor. He plays the cam position, has great passing as well as very good dribbling and ball control. Knocks on him though, he has poor stamina, and from what I have tested, he takes forever to grow. So yeah, an interesting player indeed, and can probably strengthen any club. Next up is the Squirtle of the bunch, and that is Donald Bril Embolo. Everybody loves this kid. He was the darling of FIFA 15, and he is back and better than ever. He's got pace, he's got stamina, and most important of all, from what I've been playing so far, he's got strength, and that is probably gonna be a bigger factor for strikers this year than pace, if you can believe it. But yeah, if I had my vote, it would be this man right here. Not too many knocks against him. I guess his finishing and his long shots can be a little bit better, but that's kind of nitpicky. And the last one of the group is who I predict is the most popular out of the three currently, and that is the Manchester Red Devil himself, the Charmander, Anthony Martial. Oh my goodness, 77 rated right out of the box, is very PC, and he's got decent strength with excellent dribbling and ball control. His stamina is not bad, but not great, could be a little bit better, and while he does possess vapid pace, pace really isn't that big of a factor this year. You don't need 99 pace to blow past people anymore. So yeah, these are the three starter Pokemon. Go ahead, take a vote in the straw polls down below, and I will reveal in the next episode which one did you guys choose. Now, since we can only capture players from teams we play, you might be asking, well, which league are you going to put yourself in? Because after a while, that might get repetitive if you're just constantly in the BPL playing the same teams. And I thought, yeah, that could get a little bit boring after a while. So I found a solution for it. I'm going to be putting us in the 4th division of the English League. Now hold on, we're not going to be playing the likes of like Preston North End and Luton Town. No. What I've done here is in every single one of the leagues, I've created a Super League. It's not even a Super League, it's an Ultra Mega Evolved Hyper Beam League. To best explain it, I'll go ahead and show you what I did in FIFA 16 right here. So in the top flight in the Prem is the 20 highest rated teams in FIFA 16 Career Mode. You go a league below that in the Championship, it's the next 24 highest rated teams in FIFA 16 Career Mode. You go down one more into League 1, it's the next 24 highest rated teams in FIFA 16. And you go down to the bottom, League 2, where we'll be starting out with Barcelona, and you get the next 24 highest rated teams in FIFA 16. So every single match will be up against a highly rated team, which means more opportunities to grab some really talented Pokemons. And with 4 leagues, it's only poetic that we call this not a Super League, but the Elite Four. Yes, every single one of these leagues is going to be elite. It is the top elite, and every single time we beat one, you'll go ahead and advance and face a tougher challenge, but more rewards await us in the next season. It is gonna be so hype! And waiting for us at the top. Since we are Barcelona, it is only fitting that we should end this career mode by defeating Real Madrid. Or as I shall refer to them from now on, Gary.
So long, losers!
We coming for you, Gary, you butthole. But alas, our journey is about to begin. We have received a Pokedex that we gotta start filling out. We got ourselves some running shoes from our moms. We are ready to leave Pallet Town. But first and foremost, guys, you guys have to go ahead and vote in the straw poll down below in the doobly-doos. Go ahead, tell me which starter Pokemon that you think I should choose. And if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and critical hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get 151 likes in honor of the original 151 Pokemons. And at the end of each episode, I do something a little bit fun. You guys that have been with me since FIFA 15 already know about this, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw up this FUD card right here. Bing! I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take away the name, take away the face, take away, the club and stuff, and then you guys have to decide which Pokemon is this, in a game that I like to call Who's That Pokemon? And the first 3 people to guess correctly who this guy is will get a shout out in the next episode. So yeah, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, and be weird!
Who's that Pokemon?